Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm excited to be here today to talk about how to keep the honeymoon phase alive in your relationship. Today's presentation is titled, How to Keep the Honeymoon Phase Alive in Your Relationship. We'll explore some practical tips and insights to help you nurture that special spark. Over the next few minutes, I'll share strategies to maintain excitement, connection, and love. So let's get started. Honeymoon phase is often seen as the golden beginning of a relationship. It's that exciting time where everything feels passionate and almost perfect, right? During this period, couples typically experience a lot of excitement, a sense of harmony, and a feeling that everything is new and special. Many people assume that this intense, joyful feeling is temporary, and that over time it will fade away. They worry that the relationship will settle into routine, face conflicts, and that the desire might decline. But here, where psychology offers us a different perspective, while we can't expect the early intensity to last forever, we do have the ability to intentionally nurture some key elements of that honeymoon feeling. By doing so, we can keep our love vibrant and meaningful for many years. The idea isn't to hold on to the initial fireworks, but rather to actively cultivate connection, passion, and excitement in new ways, making the relationship more resilient and fulfilling over time. This ties back to our overall theme today, building lasting, loving relationships. It's about understanding that some of that initial magic can be sustained if we are deliberate about it. Drawing from the insights we've gathered through Psych2Go's collaboration with Anna Psychology, let's take a closer look at the 3 key qualities that define the honeymoon stage in relationships. These are idealization, passion, and a lack of fighting. First, idealization. During this phase, we tend to see our partner in a perfect light, often overlooking their flaws. It's almost like everything they do is charming and wonderful. This intense admiration helps create that magical feeling of connection. Next, passion. This is the fiery excitement and deep attraction that makes everything feel new and thrilling. It's what fuels those butterflies and keeps the relationship feeling vibrant and alive. And finally, a lack of fighting. In the honeymoon stage, conflicts are rare or gentle because both partners are so eager to enjoy each other's company that minor disagreements don't escalate. Now, understanding these qualities is great, but the real goal is learning how to extend them. We'll explore practical ways to do that later, but for now, keep in mind that these qualities are the foundation for a strong and lasting relationship. Recognizing them helps us appreciate what makes this period special and how we can nurture it over time. Let's talk about the role of idealization in relationships. At the beginning, it's quite common for partners to see each other through what I like to call rose-colored glasses. Small flaws tend to go unnoticed, and every little gesture or word feels just perfect. This process of idealization is actually quite natural and serves an important purpose. It helps to establish a strong emotional bond and build trust early on. What's important to remember is that this idealization isn't about ignoring reality. It's about creating a foundation of positive feelings that can grow deeper over time. Recognizing this helps us understand how initial admiration can evolve into a healthier appreciation. In the overall picture, this shift from idealization to genuine understanding is a key step in developing a lasting, meaningful connection. Now, while it might seem tempting to hold onto an idealized view of our partner, it's important to recognize that sustaining this unrealistic picture indefinitely can actually be harmful. When we set these high, often perfect standards, we create a fragile situation. Because, inevitably, our partner will make mistakes or fall short of those ideals. And when that happens, the disappointment can be quite intense. This disappointment can sometimes lead us into what's called devaluation, where instead of seeing the person's positives, we focus only on their flaws. It's like a swing from one extreme to the other. First, we idealize, then, when reality hits, we devalue. Understanding this cycle is crucial because it highlights how damaging it can be to our relationship. It's important to find a balance, appreciating our partner's strengths without losing sight of their human imperfections. That way, we can maintain a healthier, more realistic connection that's resilient to inevitable mistakes. Instead of holding on to fantasies or unrealistic ideals, long-term couples should aim for something more balanced, what we might call selective idealization. This means celebrating your partner's strengths and qualities in a genuine way. For example, verbally acknowledging their talents, their beauty, or the hard work they put in. Saying something like, "I'm proud of how dedicated you are," helps reinforce admiration without ignoring reality or setting impossible expectations. It's also helpful to keep a mental list of green flags, those positive qualities that attracted you in the first place. Reminding yourself regularly why you chose your partner can serve as a mental buffer during conflicts, helping you see the bigger picture and maintain appreciation even when things get tough. And just as you appreciate your partner, allow them to idealize you too. Continue working on self-improvement, grooming, and growth. When both partners are actively earning each other's admiration, attraction stays strong over the long haul. In essence, while blind idealization may fade over time, intentional appreciation, being mindful and deliberate about recognizing each other's good qualities, can really last a lifetime. This approach keeps the relationship grounded, healthy, and vibrant for years to come. Passion is truly the lifeblood of romantic love. It's what sets romance apart from simple friendship. When we're deeply passionate, we experience physical chemistry, those butterflies in the stomach, and emotional highs that make the relationship feel alive and exciting. But here's the important part. Passion doesn't stay constant on its own. It naturally cools down when partners become too comfortable or settle into routine. Without intentional effort, couples can shift from being lovers to just affectionate companions, and that's something we definitely want to avoid. So how do we keep that spark alive? Psychology offers us 3 key strategies. First, introducing healthy distance. It might sound counterintuitive, but as the saying goes, distance makes the heart grow fonder. By maintaining individual hobbies, friendships, or even taking some time apart occasionally, we create space to miss each other. When we reunite, those moments feel fresh and exciting, which reignites desire. Second, never stop courting each other. Relationships tend to decline when one or both partners stop trying. Small gestures matter tremendously: dressing well, planning surprise dates, giving genuine compliments, or making the home inviting. Just like careers and health, love also needs consistent effort and attention. And third, injecting novelty and play into the relationship. Trying something new, like visiting a different restaurant, playing a game instead of just watching TV, or surprising your partner with humor, keeps things dynamic. Laughter, in particular, is powerful because it strengthens our emotional bonds and keeps attraction alive. Remember, passion isn't something that just naturally stays constant. It thrives when we nurture it with energy, creativity, and conscious effort. Keeping that flame burning takes intentional acts, but the reward is a vibrant, loving relationship that continues to grow. Let's talk about the myth that all couples fight and why it's actually dangerous. Many people believe that conflict is just a normal part of relationships, and while disagreements are natural, thinking that constant fighting is unavoidable can lead to accepting unnecessary disrespect. The truth is, constant fighting is neither healthy nor inevitable. So, how can we better manage disagreements? One practical step is to control our tone and volume. During tense moments, lowering your voice can prevent the situation from escalating. It's about staying calm and creating a safe space for discussion. Another key point is reframing with kindness. Before speaking, ask yourself if you'd say this to a colleague or stranger. If the answer is no, then soften your words before addressing your partner. It's about choosing empathy over blame. Using I statements is also powerful. Instead of accusing, like, "You always ignore me," focus on your feelings, such as, "I feel hurt when I don't feel heard." This shifts the conversation from blame to sharing your emotions, which reduces defensiveness. Adding physical reassurance can make a big difference too. A gentle touch during a disagreement can help calm both partners and remind us that we care for each other deeply. And don't forget to validate your partner's perspective. Acknowledging their struggles or efforts, like saying, "I see how hard you're working," helps diffuse tension and builds trust. The main idea here is not to avoid honesty, but to deliver it with respect and empathy. When we do this consistently, we prevent resentment from building up and create a relationship environment that feels safe and supportive over time. The hard truth is, it takes two to make a relationship work. One crucial reminder I want to emphasize is that keeping the honeymoon phase alive is a shared responsibility. You can put in your best effort, whether that's staying attractive, planning thoughtful dates, or speaking kindly and positively. But if your partner isn't willing to invest equally, then the balance begins to collapse. Love isn't something that can be sustained by one person's energy alone. If you notice that your partner resists growth, refuses to put in effort, or dismisses the importance of mutual care, it's important to face a difficult but necessary truth. You deserve someone who values the relationship as much as you do. A healthy relationship requires effort from both sides, and recognizing when that effort isn't being reciprocated is key to understanding what's best for you in the long run. As we come to the final thoughts, I want to emphasize that the honeymoon phase isn't some fleeting, magical bubble that inevitably pops. Instead, it's a psychological state rooted in feelings of idealization, passion, and harmony. The great news is, these qualities aren't just temporary. They can be reimagined and extended throughout long-term love. What does that mean in practice? Well, rather than blindly idealizing your partner, it's healthier and more meaningful to nurture genuine admiration. Recognize and appreciate who they truly are. And instead of settling into passive comfort, it's important to cultivate ongoing passion. Keep that spark alive by staying curious and engaged. We also need to challenge the idea that conflicts are normal or unavoidable. When disagreements happen, practicing respectful communication makes a big difference. It helps you grow closer instead of drifting apart. Ultimately, when both partners commit to these principles, authentic admiration, ongoing passion, respectful dialogue, the so-called honeymoon phase doesn't just disappear. It evolves into a sustainable rhythm of joy, attraction, and mutual respect that can truly last a lifetime. So my message is, long-term love isn't about maintaining a fragile bubble. It's about actively nurturing these deeper qualities every day. That's how you keep love vibrant and enduring.